Knock, knock. As a dermatologist, I get asked all the time about itchy skin in the winter. But most people don't know that the most common cause of itchy skin in the winter is actually just dry skin. It is normal to get dry skin in the winter because the humidity drops when the temperature drops, and that pulls water out of the skin, leaving that dried, cracked riverbed look. Once you get those little cracks and breaks in the skin, that allows things from the outside to get in, like allergens, bacteria, other microbes, and it can cause redness and itching, inflammation, and even rash. So what can you do about it? I'm Harvard dermatologist, Dr. Abby Waldman, and here are 5 things that you can do to cure itchy, dry winter skin. I am losing my voice a little bit. I have a little laryngitis because it is the winter and I have small children and they bring home every single virus. So the first tip is moisturize with a thick cream or ointment. That cream or ointment should be so thick that when you turn it upside down, it holds its form. It doesn't fall out. So what's the difference between a cream and an ointment? An ointment is something that's gonna look like petroleum jelly. It's gonna be Aquaphor, Vaseline. It's gonna be kind of oily and a little tacky. Emollients are occlusive moisturizers, meaning they kind of seal off the top layer of the skin and they actually prevent water loss by creating that nice seal. Also, that seal prevents things from coming in from the outside. So emollients, Vaseline, Aquaphor, these are the strongest moisturizers you can use. Basically, they're gonna do the most fastest in terms of curing your dry skin. But not everyone likes the feeling of an occlusive moisturizer. In fact, even right now, my hands are like, And so if that's you, you're gonna look for a moisturizer that has ingredients that are natural to the skin that hold moisture in, and those are ceramides, hyaluronic acid, and urea. And again, the cream should be so thick that it really holds its form so that when you put it on, it's not gonna drip off. And so find one of these that work for you and apply it as often as you possibly can. Ideally twice a day, and you wanna apply it soon after getting out of the shower or the bath because that locks in the water. So speaking of bathing, tip 2 is avoid hot showers. Really, you want to use the coolest temperature you can tolerate. And why is that? Because hot water increases evaporative water loss. The minute you get out of the shower, that hot water is going to escape into the cool, dry air. So even though it may feel really good to take that hot shower in the winter, the cooler and shorter the showers or baths that you take, the better. And if you can avoid using any irritating soaps, strong soaps with a lot of fragrance, that is going to really help because again, when your skin is really dry in the winter, you have all these open cracks, any sort of ingredient that's irritating is gonna get in, it's gonna cause more dryness, redness, irritation, itching. So just use a really gentle cleanser when bathing in the winter. So what about out of the shower? So tip 3 is you want to avoid anything with fragrance. Again, everything that you put on your skin when it's open and cracked and dry has the potential to cause itching, redness, rash. So you really want to use gentle skincare. That is all moisturizer, all skincare is fragrance-free. You're using fragrance-free detergent, laundry detergent. You're using no dryer sheets, no scented products whatsoever. You want to minimize the things that are coming into contact with your skin from the outside during these winter months when your skin is dry and open. And for every rule, there is an exception to the rule. So tip 4 is kind of counterintuitive. It's exfoliate. You might say, isn't that really irritating to the skin? When you're doing exfoliation, you're like rubbing the skin or chemically exfoliating. But the reason you want to use a chemical exfoliant like AHA, BHA, which is like glycolic acid, lactic acid, during the winter is actually removes all those little flaky skin cells that are causing you to want to itch. Basically, removing those can help relieve that desire to itch. And so you don't want to do this more than 1 or 2 times a week because again, it can be really irritating. You're putting something on the skin. I just told you don't put irritating things on the skin in the winter, but that's the exception. There are lots of different products products out there, and lactin is a good one for lactic acid. I use the ordinary glycolic acid on a little cotton pad to exfoliate. If you overdo this step, you do it too much, you can get irritation. Tip 5 is use a humidifier in the winter. A humidifier creates humidity. It creates moisture back into the air, and that can decrease that pull of water out of your skin. So when the air has more moisture, there's less of a pull of the moisture from your skin out into the air, and so you don't get as dry. Obviously, you can't control the humidity everywhere you go, like at work, etc., but you can control the humidity in your house. I certainly don't put a humidifier in every single room, but usually during the night in our room and the kids' room, we'll do humidifiers during the winter in order to decrease that evaporative water loss. Added bonus is it can help too with like congestion and all these sort of upper respiratory infections that we all get in the winter. So when should you see your dermatologist for dry skin? Really, if you have such bad symptoms of itching or pain or redness or infections, you're getting recurring infections through these little openings, that's the time that you want to see your dermatologist. You've tried the basics that we discussed, the moisturizer, the exfoliating, the humidifiers, the taking cooler baths, taking shorter baths, not using scented products. You've done all that, but you're still having symptoms that are keeping you awake at night. They're interfering with your life. They're not getting better. These are times where you want to see your dermatologist or your physician to discuss any other options, because there are prescription medications that can help. Or it may be that there's something else contributing to your itch. And there are many, many different things that can do that, ranging from hypothyroidism to problems with your kidneys and your liver and all sorts of other things. But if the itching has been going on for a long time, and especially if it progresses past the winter once the humidity has gone back up, then you may consider seeing your physician to consider other causes of itch. Let me know what's worked for you in the comments. If you've gotten value out of this video, please like it. Please subscribe if you want more videos just like this. I'm Dr. Abby Waldman. Be well.